how I passed my CompTIA Security Plus certification exam with. The first thing I will advise you to do is to get your mindset right. So there are a lot of people that come in with different mindsets when they are approaching an exam. The proper mindset you need to have is a positive mindset. Have the mindset that you are going to pass and that this is not too difficult for you to take on, regardless of the number of days or weeks you have set for yourself to prepare or you have left to prepare. Set up your mind in such a way that you are focused on succeeding in this exam. Have a positive mindset and not just that you're having a positive mindset about you passing. Have a mindset that you're going to pass within the time you have. If, for instance, you are setting 30 days, have a mindset that within 30 days, that 30 days is enough for you to study and to pass the exam. If you are preparing for it, if you have 60 days, have a mindset that with the 60 days is enough for you to read and pass. So have a positive mindset that you're going to pass. That's the first thing you need to do. And that's the first thing I did. The second thing I did was to go to CompTIA Security Plus and understand what CompTIA Security Plus is all about. So if you go to CompTIA Security Plus, CompTIA website, on CompTIA website, there are a lot of exams, certifications that they have. So look for the one that you want to take. In this case, Security Plus. Look for what Security Plus is all about. Check out the objectives of Security Plus. Check out what you expected to know. Check out the number of domains. Security Plus has about 5 domains. Check out the domains. Check out the topics covered by the domains. Get familiar with the number of questions you are expected to take in the exam. Get familiar with the number of hours or the duration of the exam. And also look out for the percentages of each domain. The number of questions you are expecting or the percentage of each domain that make up the entire exam that you're going to have. In this case, so you are getting familiar, you are seeing what you are going to be coming across in the exam, and this will help you prepare your mind, especially when you are getting ready to. The second thing I did was to go to study. The next thing you need to do is self-assessment. So this self-assessment is critical because you will not be deceiving yourself. For me, I said I did it within with less than 30 days preparation. It's because of my background. That's the honest truth. I have a number of years of experience in IT and in cybersecurity. So there are a lot of questions that I will not have to spend a lot of time trying to understand. For instance, now I don't need to study hard or do thorough study for me to be able to configure a firewall, for instance. I understand the basics. So if I'm reading that, I can read that maybe within 1 hour and get ready. But if you know where you are coming from, do you have a technical background? Are you coming in from a different career? Do you have no knowledge of cybersecurity or IT? Do a self-assessment and be honest with yourself. Know where you stand and use that one to determine how long you have for preparation. And the second thing you need to do under self-assessment is to have a why. Why do you want to take this exam? In my own case, one of the reasons why I want to take this exam is because I want to be validated, to be able to create content on Security Plus for my audience on this YouTube channel. So you can imagine for me to be creating YouTube channel of videos on Security Plus and I'm not Security Plus certified. It sounds somehow. So I needed to write this exam to validate my knowledge and to be validated to share this kind of video with you. So have your why. Once you have your why, the next thing you need to do straight is to schedule your exam. Imagine, yes, you had me right. Before you even start preparation, schedule your exam. It's like you are throwing your feet, you're throwing your leg into the ocean. Once you schedule your exam, the motivation, the drive to study, the drive to get the resources, the drive to do the next things will be there. So scheduling your exam means you are making payment, you get the voucher, and you get your get yourself ready. You've thrown yourself into the deep water. Now you have to swim out success. So once you schedule your exam, the next thing is to get authentic study resources. The number one place to get authentic study resources is to go to CompTIA website itself. Go to CompTIA website, download the objectives, download their study guides. Their study guides are paid, they are not free, but they have about the first chapter for free. So download the study guide. If you have to pay for it, pay for it. They have also other learning materials, so get authentic learning materials. Once you do from CompTIA Security Plus, I can guarantee that they have authentic materials. You can also check other places like Udemy or maybe Coursera. Check other places for study materials that are authentic that you can use to prepare for the exam. It is very important that you prepare with the right way, because if you are studying an outdated material, you definitely be dumbfounded in the exam, you know you'll be reading amiss. So you need to get authentic study materials. And the next thing you do after one is to watch videos. For me, I'm a visual learner, but I realized that uh, videos is very helpful. I like studying or reading hard copy, but after reading, the videos help me to learn to, kind of integrate what I've read about more. It gives me a feel as if I'm practicing. So, but videos are very fantastic because you can see demonstrations, you can see, and you can also interact with the owner of the video. For instance, if you watch videos I watched were all on YouTube. I can drop a comment if there is a question or if there's something you don't understand. You can drop a comment, and most likely you get a response. So videos are very helpful, and I'll put in this video description links to the videos I use. I use Professor Mesa, I use Exam Cram, I use the Informatic Lab. These videos are very rich and they are very current. They have the current materials that meet up with what you want. Please check the links in the description. Get questions and practice from wherever you can. Just go online, search for CompTIA Security Plus certification exam, get the relevant ones, practice. No question is too off the topic. Get the ones that are related and updated. Practice, practice, practice. On YouTube videos too, there are some channels that are dedicated to treating question and answers. In fact, like Informatic Lab that I mentioned and some other video links that I'm going to put in the description, they provided very good uh, practice questions. In fact, some of the questions I practiced or I saw on those videos, I came across them during the exam. So this shows that these people are making use of authentic materials, and then they can really be very helpful for you. So after practicing, the next thing is to take your exam and pass it. So of course, immediately after practicing, don't waste time. For instance, if you prepared for 6 weeks, or if you set a target of 6 weeks, on the fifth week, by the fifth week, I expected you to have covered all the five domains and also be practicing. I've practiced maybe 100 questions or 200, 300 questions. Ensure that when you are practicing, you are scoring above 85%, above 80% at least. So if you take 100 questions, that means you should get 80 out of the 100 questions right. So you can check yourself whether you're doing online, you are using a practice lab, whatever way you are practicing your questions, make sure you are scoring consistently above 80%. Once you do that, you are ready for the exam. I can guarantee you. Take your exams and pass it. If you are joining us for the very first time and you have learned one or two things or you like this video, please go ahead and like, subscribe to this channel and share. Thank you for watching. This is how I passed my Security Plus certification with less than 30 days preparation. 4 free resources that will help you pass within a short time. So the first resource I'm going to be sharing with you is Professor Mesa. So this is a free video resource that you can get on YouTube. If you look at Professor Mesa, there are a lot of videos. Professor Mesa has tons of videos, around IT and tech products. I mean, tech courses. But you can see I took SYO 601. So it has about 177 videos. If you check the playlist, if you under the playlist, you see uh SY01. But SYO 601 will be ending this July. So if you are taking the exam, I'll definitely be expecting that you take SYO 701, which is the current one. So if you open the program, you will see the video. You will see the several videos on it that you can take. So these are very helpful videos for you to take. It will really be of good help. Professor Mesa did a very good job explaining details. It covers all the objectives of CompTIA Security Plus. And if you commit maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on your schedule, you can consume all this video. I would advise that you can go over it maybe once or twice. It's very helpful. The next resource I'm going to be talking about that I used and was very helpful is Inside Cloud and Security. It's a similar program or a similar uh, content to Professor Mesa too, because it covers the objective too. So basically, they follow the objective from domain 1, 2, 3, and 5. domain by domain. They are taking all the topics, all the the topics that you'll be coming across in the exam, or that the computer certification exam covered in detail. So if it's a way for you to speed up your study, but I will also advise that when you are doing this, you can supplement this. You should supplement this with other studies. So, Inside Cloud and Security did a very good job, detailed, it broke it down. So, while you are preparing for your SYO, okay, so you need to do SYO 701. Like I said, 601 is going out of circulation in the next maybe 1 month. So, you need to take SYO 701. Basically, SYO 701 is just a little bit advanced with a little bit more content than SYO 601, but it's very fantastic. This channel did a good job in helping you to prepare. So you can dedicate a weekend or a week, schedule your time, watch all the videos over and over again. It will bring you up to speed. Then another very good resource, free resource, of course, YouTube videos are free. Maths ITA. So this Maths ITA, I used it after going through Professor Messa's and Inside and Cloud Security. So to take the practice exam, and why I'm recommending it is because I found that there are some exams, there are some questions that Maths treated in this video that I found in the real exam. So it means that he's using very current materials or questions. So I didn't subscribe, I didn't pay for any exam, but I used Maths ITA. It was part of the questions and answers questions that I used to prep myself after studying. And of course, these things help you to gauge how well prepared you are. So a practice test is very important when you are preparing for any exam. So it's very important that you take practice tests because it helps you to recall, it helps you to test your memory, it helps you to also get familiar with what you'll be coming in contact with. You don't want to wait until the exam day before you start finding out what the exam is all about. So maths, I'd say channel is very good. I'm going to put in a link to all this in my, in the description for you if you want to check them out. Another one that I want to also recommend that was very helpful. When I mean very helpful, the questions it treated were very on point. When I mean on point, I mean I found that so in the main exam, a number of the questions it treated were coming up during the exam. This means that he's using very current uh, materials or current practice materials. So you can look for it. Look for, I don't know if he has a question and practice exams on 701 of Security Plus, but I took the one on Security Plus 601, and the questions were very, very on point. I found a lot of them in the exam. So, and of course, because I've read and because I've practiced well, these questions were helpful. I was able to knock out all the things I came across during the text. So very important. So I mentioned four programs here, or four resources here that you can make use of. Professor Mesa, this is Professor Mesa. You can check Professor Messa's YouTube out. Professor Messa has a lot of other topics, it covered too. I mean, aside from Security Plus, it covers a lot of other certifications too. Also, you can look at Inside Cloud and Security. They cover a lot of other certifications too, apart from Security Plus. They're very good. And I like the way because it's compressed what you'll be learning into a very short video. Another good one is Maths IT, and then informatic lab. And always, like I always, don't forget to use other resources. Like I always mention going to Try Hack Me. I've always find Try Hack Me as a very helpful resource that you can use, because they have content that makes you to engage, in the practical aspect of cybersecurity. They have a lot of quizzes for you to practice on. They have a lot of things for you to use. Oh, TryHackMe is taking time to come up now. But I'm going to put the link. The link is also okay. You can see try Acme. The link also will be in the description for you to make use to check it out. Try Acme is a very easy platform. Then Coursera too is another. Coursera is a very good one for you, and Coursera is currently going having some promo. They are running some promo for you to register at a very cheap rate. I'm going to put a link for you to take advantage of the promo, and about 40% discount for people all globally, and about 75% discount for people from in India. So the promo will be running out maybe in a few days. So please, if you are seeing this video, quickly take advantage of. So I've mentioned in all about 6 different resources for you to use for your Security Plus exam. In my subsequent video, I'm going to be taking topics on different domains in Security Plus, and also how I actually structured out my preparation for the exam. Once again, this is Cyber Culture Interface. If this video makes any sense to you, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.